Forget the Justice League, Peacemaker Season 2 just made the Justice Gang canon, and it's absolutely hilarious. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Peacemaker Season 2. The premiere happened last night on HBO Max, and a lot of cool things happened, a lot of funny things happened, including a hilarious retcon that I think a lot of us didn't see coming. Now, leading up to this week, James Gunn teased that they were going to establish the canon in the recap section of Peacemaker Season 2 from the events of Season 1, that they're going to pick and choose a little bit of what was established, what was not anymore, and he's teased a little bit about that on the Rewatch podcast that they've been doing as well too. But I don't think a lot of us expected it to be like this. A full-on retcon of the Justice League from Season 1, the finale of Season 1, after the war with the butterflies. Now, I think a lot of us, like myself, assumed that they just wouldn't address it, they just wouldn't be including the recap. Not that they would be doing a full redubbing of everything, including a rereading of the line, saying Justice Gang, and by literally shooting that scene from the finale, including Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, as well as including the silhouettes of Mr. Terrific, Superman, and Supergirl. Just a hilarious change that they did there. It's something I didn't expect, but I think it works very well in a lot of ways, establishing, hey, that didn't happen, these are our heroes now, and they did it in such a funny way that I think it just works really well. I think it's really meta, I think it's really self-aware that a lot of us fans were thinking about it, and I just like how it leaned into that, and so it was like, you know what, we're not gonna shy away from it, this is what we're gonna do, and it's gonna work, and it totally did. I think this was a really strong premiere for Season 2, and it really sets the tone that this is going to be a much more emotionally charged story than Season 1 was. I think Season 1 leaned a lot into the humor of it, established why this character was worthy of having its own TV show. And here we get to see a lot, they're teeing up a lot of character development, and something that I'm really here for. I mean, we even get the opening title credits, which is an amazing sequence. I really love the dance number here and the song chosen from it, but it does feel a lot more somber than Season 1 did. I think it's because there's going to be a lot more emotion here, and I think Chris is going to go through a lot of different experiences. Now, one thing I did love is how they are showing the multiverse in this story. We see Chris seek out this different world through the dimension portals that he has connected to his home. He stumbles into another Peacemaker's house because Eagly wakes him up. He sees that his dad is still alive. It freaks him out and he runs out of there. Pretty nuts. And it's revisited towards the later end of this episode of him going back into that world. And something that I did not even think about was that his brother was still going to be alive in this universe. And so I'm really looking forward to how the season is going to address these issues that Chris is dealing with, of losing his brother, of just killing his dad a few years prior, and then now he's being thrown back into this world where his dad seems to have a positive influence on his life and his brother is still alive. I just found out that David Denman was going to be in this show last night on Threads when he was talking about the show, and so I didn't even think about what character he could be playing, and it was just really cool to see him be playing Keith, Chris's brother, who he unfortunately was responsible for in some ways for his death when they were kids, when his dad was, making them fight each other. And so I just loved how this first episode tease that up of we're going to be in for a world of hurt, especially with how this episode ends with Peacemaker taking out a different universe Peacemaker in a fight in that different dimension portal there. And you can kind of see how he's going to slide into that universe kind of here and there when he wants to, because he has a family that cares about him. His brother is still alive. He has a actual history with Amelia Harcourt as well in that universe. And so you can see the draw of wanting to go back there, and it's a universe where they are heroes too. I also really love from this episode the themes of relevancy and identity too. It's really self-aware that, hey, this is a reboot. We are retconning some things, and the show is so self-aware, and it really speaks to James Gunn's writing and making it so compelling, because they even address in the show, hey, we saved the world, and yet we're still being treated this way. We've saved the world, we're being pushed to the side because of these new, bigger, larger characters that are around. Superman, the Justice Gang, right? These characters are more beloved by the public in our world as the audience and in the world of the show. And I just really thought that was a really clever way to address that, how they are struggling with the idea of being these heroes in this moment and being pushed aside out of the excitement of what's new, just like we as the audience have been. And so I think this is a really powerful way to reintroduce this character and say, hey, this group of people in the Peacemaker world are still around, they're still important, and they have a lot of cool things that they're going to be doing. And so the fact that we see Chris struggling with that, wanting to be accepted in that moment with the Justice Gang at the beginning, wanting to be accepted by Amelia Harcourt too, and being turned down again, and then having this disassociative moment where he wanders off high and drunk into this different pocket universe, different dimension, and stumbling back into this life. You can see the draw for that, and it's just such a great way to introduce that. Such clever writing. I think James Gunn continues to surprise me a little bit of how well he writes these characters, how well he addresses these emotional topics. And I think John Cena, it seems like he has the chops to deliver an incredible performance this season. And some of the early reactions and reviews that have praised the show in the first 5 episodes is that John Cena delivers. And you can kind of see that from this episode where he sees his brother Keith as an adult, something I think he's probably thought of a lot of what that relationship could look like. And now he gets a chance to do it, right? And same thing with his dad again about what would a positive relationship look like. And so, again, James is just so good in writing those details, and it makes me, and I think a lot of the audience, invested in this story beyond the action, beyond the heroics, because, again, we want to see more of why we need to care about this character going forward, and it seems like they're going to be serving that up so good this season. I think the premiere of the show is really strong, and I'm really excited to see where this story goes overall. Again, I'm looking forward to the cameos that have been teased, some of the characters that we've seen in the opening dance number, how they're going to come around and impact this story. It's just really fun. I'm going to keep saying this every week as long as they keep knocking it out of the park. But it's just so fun to be excited about the DC universe. It's so exciting to be excited about these characters. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to see more Chris Smith, more Peacemaker, more Economos, more all of these characters going forward, because again, the show just does such a good job of writing to their strengths and making you care about them. What are your thoughts about Peacemaker Season 2 premiere? Let me know in the comments, guys. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe for more content, and thanks for tuning in.